When does fat make you fat?
Okay, so toxic fat makes you fat.
What is a toxic fat?
So our canola oils, our cottonseed, corn oils, soybean oils, partially hydrogenated oils, vegetable oils, highly processed sunflower and safflower oils. Those are toxins.
Let me break this down. The definition of a toxin is a poisonous substance produced by a living organism such as a plant, animal, or other bacteria. Now, there are a few types of fat: saturated fat, trans fat, monounsaturated fat, and polyunsaturated fat. Whilst it's true that fats are more calorie dense, i.e. they contain more calories per gram compared to carbohydrates and protein, and that fats from plant sources are better for our health than fats from animal sources, nowhere in there is such a thing as a toxic fat, and definitely not one that is going to make you fat in isolation, like Dr. Mindy Peltz suggested. See, fat gain is a process that occurs over time due to consistently consuming more calories than you are burning on a day-to-day basis. No matter where these excess calories come from, carbohydrates, fats, or proteins, they will be stored as body fat. It's also important to point out that having body fat is not all bad. We should not be made to fear it. We know that large amounts of excess body fat are not good for our health, but it also has many other important functions, including hormone production, temperature regulation, and supporting immunity and metabolism. Not only are blanket statements like this about nutrition wildly misinformed and misleading, it's also fear-mongering at its worst, deliberately making people question their food choices and encouraging more good-bad thinking around food, which we know contributes to disordered eating habits and feelings of guilt and shame when you inevitably break the rules that you've set for yourself. As a general rule, please take podcast nutrition advice and blanket statements like this with a pinch of salt, especially when the hosts have something to gain financially from having more opinionated and outspoken guests.